What is up, ladies and gents? Man, Shelby here. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Like always, I greatly appreciate it. And before I even get into this clip, right? Because I was on YouTube. So let me give you a little backstory. I was on YouTube. I was doing a little bit of deep market research, and I decided to take a break and came across this video from TYT's YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave their link down in the description to this video, but I'm gonna play a clip to this video because this clip is about the recent vote that happened not too long ago about recognizing slavery as one of the worst acts to happen ever in human history. And what I want you to do is I want you guys to take a look at the votes, right? Who said yes, who said no, and who literally kept their fucking mouth shut and abstained from voting altogether. Because that right there, that's not just politics. That's what you call power revealing itself in real time at that. And what it's really doing is it's opening up a can of fucking worms. You can't even ignore it at this point. Because every vote here, what it really does is it tells a story. It tells you who's protecting the system, who's challenging the system, and who's even benefiting from the system by not saying anything whatsoever fucking ever. So again, don't just watch this clip like it's info to be consumed. Read this shit like it's a fucking strategy. Because once you understand why these votes landed the way they did, you stop seeing the world at surface level and start seeing it with the structure that's being placed behind it. So let me go on ahead and play this clip. Let me turn my mic off.
America, Argentina, and Israel voted against reconciling the evils of slavery. Vast majority of other countries voted that slavery is the worst crime against humanity. Here it is.
Assembly will now take a decision on draft resolution A/80/L48 entitled Declaration of the Trafficking of Enslaved Africans and Racialized Chattel Enslavement of Africans as a gravest crime against humanity.
Will all delegations confirm that the votes are accurately reflected on the screen? Please lock the machine.
The result of the vote is as follows. In favor, 123, against 3, abstentions 52. Therefore, draft resolution A/80/L48 is adopted.
Now, if you guys watched that, I'm pretty sure you were probably just as shocked as I fucking was by seeing how many countries abstained from voting. To me, that's a sign saying, hey, don't come to this country whatsoever. You're not fucking welcome here. We're just going to be quiet about it. But yet and still, I'm not going to sit here and play the whole clip out. But I do want to get into some of what I'm seeing here as the underlying drivers. Like you have cultural normalization, right? Because in certain regions, forms of servitude, and I wish you guys can see like the fucking air quotations I'm putting around this bullshit. That shit has existed for centuries, right? And over time, what you have seen and what should be even considered as exploitation, it gets reframed as tradition or some bullshit class structure, or even what some people consider as a family fucking hierarchy, which I couldn't believe because I was doing a little bit of research on this before I even did the video. And for someone to sit there and say, hey, that's ignorance. No, that's not ignorance. That's what you would consider conditioning at scale. And you can even see that when a system repeats itself long enough, people stop questioning it, questioning what the system is saying out repeatedly, and they just begin to consume it and inherit it in themselves. And shit, we can even get a little bit deeper into this and talk about the economic dependency that some of these fucking countries have. Because some of these fucking countries depend on cheap, in reality, it's really forced fucking labor to help their fucking industries stay fucking afloat. Because if you think about it, if they even attempt to acknowledge slavery or any other thing along these lines, they would literally destabilize their economy, which I find redundant because they've acknowledged what they've done to the Japanese. And specifically speaking on the US at this point, just so we're clear. They've acknowledged what they've done to the Japanese, what was done over to the Jews, what was done to the Indians, what was done to any other culture that you can possibly think of. Because here I'm speaking on reparations at this point. And again, I still find it redundant because certain cultures still maintain these economies, especially here in America, through the spending habits. If you don't believe me, there was a study that was done decades ago, and I remember speaking on this study sometime back in 2014, 2015, maybe 2016 at the latest. I believe. And in this study, it was saying how people have these spending habits, and I'm not talking about the psychology of sales when it comes to selling things to black people. I'm talking about the spending habits. So in this study, it was explaining that they did a experiment on white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, and black people. Now, the white people, I believe they were given like $1,000, similar to the other cultures that I mentioned, the Asians, the Hispanics, and the black people. And in this study, again, like I said before, they were given $1,000 each. Now, the black people that were given this $1,000, and I'm pretty sure they did this on a massive scale as well, they were able to literally not able hold on to their money whatsoever. They were only able to hold on to this money for what, like a week, maybe a little bit more. Didn't invest, didn't pull their money together whatsoever. Is that the It's funny that I'm speaking on this topic, and right outside the window, the ice cream truck is driving by right now, and they're playing the that. Now, if you don't know the history behind that song was actually entitled "Nigga Love a Watermelon," and I believe the lyrics go, "Nigga love a watermelon, ha 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 ha." Nigga love a watermelon, ha 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 ha. And I'm listening to the ice cream truck right now play this shit outside the window. But I'm getting a little off topic. So in this study, let me get back to that study, right? So the study literally states that the black people were only able to hold on to their money for about a week, maybe a little bit more. The Hispanic and Asian people, they were able to hold on to their money longer. And not only that, they pooled their money together. Now, if I'm mistaken when I'm regurgitating this study, I believe they did not invest their money whatsoever, but they did pool their money together. Now, when it comes to these white folks were able to not only pull their money together, but they also invested their money and was able to even keep their money longer than the other cultures that I had just mentioned. It's crazy, man. Either way, still, instead of eliminating this whole issue, what they do is they rename it or even ignore it. And I think that's what some people will call power protecting itself, as it always has done. I can't make this shit up. I wish I could, but this is the reality that we live in. But let's not even forget about another driver behind this type of shit. That's these bullshit ass legal and political loopholes. I want to call them potholes, but that's what they are. You can't forget about these things, because in some places, Laws either don't explicitly criminalize slavery at all. And if they do, they just enforce it in the weakest fucking way you can ever imagine possible. And all they fucking do is what? Create a gray zone where exploitation operates legally at that, adjacent from the law. And just like narcissism here, just like narcissism has, excuse me, but just like narcissism or narcissistic people, if there's no accountability, how do you ever expect any type of urgency to really have some change going on? I mean, to me, it's like you can see that slavery, as of right now, is not just a past issue. It's become and is now a modern system problem. But this doesn't seem to be topics that people are ready to talk about. So I'm going ahead and put this out there. You know, things are getting reframed. It is what it is. Am I going to support it? Fuck no. Me personally, I want out of this shithole country that I'm in. I'm in the United States right now. I would, like I said earlier in this video, those states that abstain, those countries, I should say, that abstained from voting, to me, those are red flags. Say, okay, bet. I know not to go to that fucking shithole of a country. The ones who checked off and said, yeah, what they did, slavery absolutely being horrible, I'll definitely go visit some of those countries. I'll definitely go out and live in some of those countries. But the ones that abstained and said no, fuck you. All the way around. Because that just lets me know that you have no morals, no understanding whatsoever. It lets me know that you run right along with the Neanderthals, who aren't even considered fucking humans. Because again, that's what animals do. Animals end up doing things like that to each other. You don't see humans doing that to each other. You see animals doing that. But then again, with the mixture of how people have been mixing together, it's only right that this has been bound to happen. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, you're an asshole, you're a dickhead, I can't believe you said that. Again, these are just my views and my, I guess you can say, opinions from what I have been witnessing, from what I have been observing, and from my own personal life experiences as well. But with that being said, I think I'm going ahead and end that here. If you guys have watched it up to this point, I appreciate it if you guys support the stream. Going ahead, pull your phone out. If you're watching on your tablet, if you're watching on your laptop or desktop, going ahead and pull your phone out, scan the QR code there. It'll take you over to my link tree. There, you're on my link tree. If you have a business and you need some help with your business, whether you're just new, you're growing and you're scaling, going ahead, input your information there. You can get my one-page marketing brief where you will get a free personalized diagnostic of your business and how we'll be able to scale your business, done by me over here at SCDSC or SC Digital Solutions and Consulting. Not only that, you'll be able to download your influencer clone, a clone that I have created. Now, I noticed I have some competition out there when it came to the clone. I thought I was the one that originally came up with the idea. I didn't even know that these guys had clones out. But my free version of the clone, I'm done promoting that. There, I believe the link is still up where you guys can still go and grab a copy of the free clone. But as of right now, there is a paid version, an updated version of the clone for $297 for a limited time only, up until April 10th. That's about 2 more weeks from now. You will be able to get the clone for $97. Use code 200. That's CODE 200. Code 200. You will get $200 off. You'll be able to grab my AI influencer clone for $97. Not only that, you will also be able to go to the link tree and see my ultimate online marketing and sales guide bundle there. That has been doing great. I'm glad you guys have been purchasing that. You guys have obviously been taking that in and really using it and applying it. I'm glad it's actually been able to scale your business without me actually being there. Not only that, since I'm actually here in the Lehigh County, I've actually been here for a decade now. You can also be the reason someone sleeps indoors. I've actually come up with a plan. I've crafted a plan. I've already presented it down to city council. Right now, you guys can donate. I've even set up the donation link to where you want the funds to go to as well. But with that being said, if you guys are not able to scan the QR code that you see on your screen, don't worry. Just go on ahead, tap the link in the description or bio, depending on which platform you guys are on. If you're watching from Instagram, tap the link in bio. If you're watching from Facebook or LinkedIn, just go on ahead, tap the link in the description there. If you're watching from YouTube, from a desktop or a tablet or a laptop, pull your phone out, scan that QR code. But like always, thank you guys for taking time out to watch the video. Deuces, y'all. This your man Shelby. I'm out, and y'all be